All right. So this is 365 days of horsemanship, day 29. Yeah, so today is Friday. Elsa's clinic starts in the morning. Yeah, very excited, very, very excited. So I went up today, I arrived at just after 5 p.m. So most of the other riders who are arriving tonight had already arrived. So there was lots of horses, lots of noise, lots of like stuff going on, and yeah, lots of new people and new sounds and new smells and children running around and dogs, and yeah, very overwhelming environment. So I went to get Mia initially, and I brought her up, and I had the plan in my mind that I wanted to walk her basically around the kind of grass and up and around the new horses and see how she felt about that. She was quite concerned about that. And that was really interesting because definitely I think a lot of this aggression that she has towards other horses comes from a place of fear. And that's something that Larissa and I have talked about before. But it was really fascinating to see it. I mean, it was like she was spooking at this other horse that was there. And that was something it was like, wow, yeah, this is definitely fear. Like, you are just terrified of all of the other horses. And yeah, and so we walked around a little bit, but it felt like things were getting worse and not better on the grass, because I was trying like not to let her graze the whole time. And to be honest, it's just not really a pattern that we do. And so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna mix it up. This doesn't really feel like it's getting better as fast as I would like it to, and I feel like the draw to the grass is just really strong, and it's causing us to have lots of conversations that are more dominant than I want to have right now. I don't feel like we're really, in a place where we're connecting. And so I took her over to the arena. I tried to bring her in the same way I normally do, which is the gate, which is kind of like, I mean, I guess it's a squeeze between the marquee and the arena, but it's never usually a problem at all. But today I opened the gate and she came in and she just completely panicked. I think there was a noise from inside the marquee and there was too much energy and too many other things going on, and she completely freaked out. And so I, dropped the gate and just helped her get out of that situation. And yeah, she was really high energy. And yeah, and like I was really happy with how today went, because basically the choices I made after this, I was really pleased with. So I did the gate back up and I took her over to the second gate to come into the arena through the middle, because I thought that would be a little bit easier for her. And I brought her in and we just walked together, and I was just looking for her to just start to relax. And it went really well. It went really, really well, and I really felt like we could connect together. And I was really pleased to make those choices, because it was amazing actually how quickly her stress level did come down when I made the right choices for her. When I put her in a situation where we could just walk around together and be stressed about stuff and then relax, and then we would walk again a little bit and relax. And what I was really trying to promote was lots of focus changes, like giving her lots of time just to think about things, allowing her to make decisions about where we were going to go and when we were going to stop and when we were going to walk. And yeah, it was really great, powerful session. And I really feel like we stretched her bandwidth a lot today, but she had a positive experience with it. And I think that those are really powerful sessions when you can make them happen like that. And I was really pleased that I managed to make good choices for her today and be a good leader, and say, hey, don't worry, let's go and look at this scary situation. Don't worry, I know what to do. And then have her feel better was just really powerful, and I was really happy with that. So yeah, I put her back, and I was really pleased with how the session had gone, and I feel like we're in a really good place for tomorrow, and I'm really excited to see how the clinic progresses with her, because I think there might be a lot of stuff that can come out, and I think we're in a really good place to have those conversations. I think the relationship is really strong at the moment. So yeah, it was a really super start to the clinic, definitely, for her. I went down to see Lawrence, and he really did not want to come up at all. Really didn't want the halter on. And then we came up to the kind of brow of the hill so he could see all the new horses in their pens, all the visiting horses, and we sat together, just in the field with the halter on. And we stepped in and we sort of napped together a little bit and just looked around at things. And, it was a good, it was very poignant. I think that my experiences today were very typical of where I see the relationships with both horses at the moment. And I think, yeah, that clarity is a really good place to be going into. Like, definitely with Mia, I feel like there's so much progression to be done, and like these big leaps to be had, and like big amounts of progress. And I think with Lawrence, I think I don't think that those, I think there are big changes that can still be made with him and big improvements, but I think in reality they're going to be made up of lots of little steps. And yeah, just that kind of rigidity, and inflexibility, in our relationship between us, and the kind of mental brace that he seems to have at the moment, I think is very typical of how our relationship has been. So, excuse me. Yeah. So I wasn't, super happy with that, but I'm super happy that Elsa's here. And again, I'm really excited to be able to have those conversations, with the two horses and with Elsa, throughout the weekend. So yeah, I can't wait to update you all tomorrow. Yeah, on day 30, my goodness. Yeah, very exciting.